The Iona community gathers once again to voice their concerns and to raise awareness for the continued lack of justice with regard to excessive force against people of color. Last week, students and faculty stood in front of the college to protest the non-indictment of Darren Wilson in the death of Michael Brown. Members of the Iona community gathered once again today to stand in solidarity and continue the dialogue about racial injustice after yesterday's announcement of the grand jury's denial of an indictment in the death of Eric Garner, who was unarmed when he was put in a chokehold and wrestled to the ground by police in Staten Island. Dr. Teresa Delgado, who is director of Iona's Peace and Justice program, shares the motivations behind today's peaceful protest.
Well, the goal for our standing today is to be in solidarity with people all around the country, with the Garner family, with the Brown family, with the family of the 12-year-old boy in Cleveland, Ohio, who are all questioning, at the very least, the tactics, the practices of a police departments around the world, around the country that use excessive force or are very quick to make a judgment that often is against people of color. Now that's not to say that every police officer and every police department uses excessive force, and that's not what we're suggesting here. But we are standing together in solidarity to say that something needs to be changed, that the system is broken, and also to raise the dialogue, to allow this community, the Iona community and the New Rochelle community, to engage in a real serious conversation about policing, about law enforcement, but more deeply about the persistent racial biases that continue to exist within this country.
I'm here to support Eric Garner, and I'm here to demonstrate against a broken system. I'm hoping just that the weight of all of us here today across campus and across the country will help bend the system toward justice.
Some Iona students also shared their thoughts on the issue.
I think what our goal is here is not to continue to perpetuate a polarized opinion, that of blacks against the police or people against the police, but really more of calling for a collective change and calling for the cooperation between communities, whether it's the black community, Hispanic community, white community, with law enforcement, and really looking for effective policing procedures and police policy that keeps all of the community safe, that allows police officers to do their job effectively and safely.
I decided to come out here today to not only raise awareness, but to show others that this is a right that we should all fight for. As an American, as a citizen. And out of this, I hope to not only raise awareness, but to grab attention of others who are not aware, and to educate others about the injustice that is occurring in our nation, not only just in New York City as a New Yorker, but just across the nation as a whole, and even globally. So I just think that this is great that this is happening, and this is very, very motivational.
This is not just an academic exercise for me. I'm the director of the Peace and Justice Studies program. And this is part of the mission of that program and the mission of the college, to raise the conversation about justice and peace. It's part of the Edmund Rice heritage. It's part of the Catholic intellectual tradition. But it's a very personal thing for me as well, because I'm a Hispanic woman married to an African man, and we're raising black children, Afro-Latino children, who are perceived differently. I have to teach my sons differently than many other mothers around the country. I have to teach them how to act and not act when they're in the presence of law enforcement, because they need to be careful.
This has been an ICTV special report. I'm Byrne.